Hi everybody, I'm Lawrence Hutson from America, and yeah, so why I'm here probably is I helped develop the first internet as you guys know it today using TCP/IP for a telecom company in the United States called GTE, and from there I went on to build out some of the Web 2 things, like you would know it as Expedia, but we were Travelocity back then. And then I kind of, most of the, I mean, all the excitement was gone after that. I mean, there was the social media stuff, and there was nothing really technically innovative there. So I kind of went to sleep at the wheel and ended up going to some conference in Slovenia, in Maribor, Slovenia, in the middle of nowhere. It turns out serendipitously it was a blockchain conference. I didn't know. People from all over the world, middle of Slovenia, you know, attending this conference, and I'm like, well, what's going on here? So I got with my buddies and we researched it and started drilling down and realized this was a major, significant invention, as big as TCP/IP was. So for those of you who know what that is, so that's why I'm here. And then I've been doing all kinds of DeFi protocols, everything I can touch my hands into in this Web3 world. I'm in it. So that's kind of what I'm here.
Frank, when it comes to like the Web3 offering, what is it? You know, you said it's like electricity. What really can it unlock? You know, what is it, if you were to pick one thing that you think it can really unlock next? What do you think that might be?
Well, it's kind of interesting because the whole excitement. So they invent this technology, but originally the whole excitement was that people could participate in it, right? In a sense of. Ethereum did their first ICO, that was a new term. What's an ICO? It's an IPO with tokens, right? And so people like, wow, you know, I can be involved with this. I can be part of this. I can engage with this. And that's why I've done several launch pads or public offering launch pads for different tokens. The one I'm with right now is AdLunam. We're an accelerator launch pad. So we pre-screen the projects, and everyday people can participate, right? They can buy in at a place where in the other world only VCs get in there, or only seed investors get in. So all of a sudden people were able to participate in it. That was the original excitement. So, and that brought up the masses. So that's, I mean, no telling how much Ethereum raised in their ICO. I don't know. And then, you know, the rest is all history.
Yeah. So the starting point for you, as you were looking at that, you were at that conference and you're like, oh, this is like electricity. Where did you start though, however, to get, what was your first, say, like investment or your first purchase or your first kind of moment where you were like, oh, I'm gonna start doing something within blockchain, Web3 and really learn? Maybe what was that learning resource or that experience that you had that you liked?
Well, I was just kind of blown away once I saw the whole thing, and I'm like, I just had to take it in. First of all, I had to verify the technology. So, and
how did you do that? Like, what was like, maybe, was there some kind of like, did you go to YouTube? Did you start?
Well, I'll give you an example. When we did Travelocity, which you guys don't know it over here, unfortunately we misbranded the thing because Travelocity means kind of a negative thing in French. But anyway, we didn't get that to carry over. But you know, you're not going to believe this, but one of our main problems was nobody would put their credit card in the internet. They just didn't believe it. And we had to do a campaign. I got with Citibank Singapore. We did a whole campaign where SSL, we call secure sockets layer, the little lock you see on their top of the thing. We had to convince people they could actually put the credit card in. You know, they weren't going to do it. So it was the same kind of thing. Like, so I had to make sure it was actually secure. And so I had a cryptographic background, so I'm like, it didn't take long to figure out it was secure. I didn't know how secure it was because, I mean, if you guys, a good guy to listen to on this is Michael Saylor. He's the CEO of a company that buys Bitcoin all the time, and he's explaining how much energy that it would take to break the Bitcoin network. And it's like, if you took 2 Earths, and took all the energy in 2 Earths, and worked on it for 5 years, you couldn't break the security of this network. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what this thing's going to be good for, but it's going to be good for something.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. so